Okay, so I'm Zac Bourgeois. I'm from Saint-Tite, Quebec. I'm a third generation cowboy. I've been riding bulls for 4 years now. I started riding bulls at 16 years old, but I started rodeo since I'm like 2 years old. I've got on my first sheep at 4, my first calf at 6, and then from the first calf it was all out every day. I kept dreaming about it since the first time I got on. First of all, bull riding, it's guts. Yeah, you gotta have guts, and you gotta kind of like having pain inside your body because you have to deal with it. Like most of the time, you need to deal with it. So you really need to be tough. That's for sure. Yeah. So that's why I'm always saying you really need to be in the present because when you nod your head, if you're there, if you're too much there, you're not there. You need to be in the subconscious mind because it processes a lot faster. This one is reaction time. If he goes to the left, tack, tack, you'll be there. You'll move your feet. You'll move everything. You'll follow him. You'll dance with him. But if you're on your conscious side, you'll get bucked up. People think it just we get on a bull and we grit it out and stuff like that. You cannot outforce a 2,000 pound animal athlete like that. It's like people are like, oh, you're a real athlete. No, these animals are. We're just trying to follow. It's like they're way ahead of us. Like the evolution of the breeding program are insane. For the last 3 years, the bull just keep evolving and evolving and evolving. It's insane. Like everybody talks about it. It's like how it's gonna be in 5 or 10 years. It's gonna be rideable or what? It's like so. That's why with brain training, I think I could up the game. I think there's other levels to just because the cowboy way of thinking is really it's a small world. Everybody thinks the same. Everybody's really humble. Nobody is as big mouth, and there's not much on social media. It's really a small world, and the real champions are really humble and stuff like that. So before it was always like hard bull to ride, big bulls that would have a lot of power and stuff like that. But now they're just so muscular and they get 4 feet high. Uh, they jump, they spin, they kick. Sometimes they land on 1 feet. All their weight is on 1 feet, the front feet. So it's like 2,000 pounds on 1 feet, and they can handle it. It's like, but they're trained. They eat the best thing they can eat. They get massage. They get everything. They swim. It's like they're real athletes, like racehorse. It's the same thing. Since NeuroTracker was with me, it helped me a lot because it's a big chance to have this kind of training to help you improve your mental game. Because that's an aspect in rodeo that is really not easy to think about because everyone wants to talk about the techniques and the drills and the muscle memory and stuff like that. But really, everybody got the technique in the pro. Everybody has it, even in tennis, hockey, football, whatever. Everybody has it. So the difference is really the mental game. So that's why I really wanted to take an advantage on that side because I think in the rodeo sports, I'm one of the few that does these type of things. So I'm really trying to bring the sports to another level from me. I'd like people in a couple of years be like, wow, what he did really worked. And I think it's a really good thing to do. Just with breathing, you can be in the zone. So I do that before NeuroTracker. I do that before neurofeedback, just so it gives me a little advantage because now it's been 3 months that I really trained with those three devices, neurofeedback, NeuroTracker, and HeartMath, and it really makes a difference. Well, it's a little bit the same thing as when you nod your head. The balls are all moving, and you need to be focused on different things at once. It's the same thing. So you really need to be there, but if you're too much there, you'll start to see every ball instead of focusing on the two, three, or the four balls that you need to. So it's a lot like the same. It's really every sports at its purest essence. It's really being there without being too much there. You know, the flow, the present moment, and that's the thing I would tell them is the best practice to be in the present moment. It was life changing for me, really. NeuroTracker came at a time where my life was hard, and I really, I really do think it helped me a lot, a lot. Not only as an athlete, but if you ask me my personal opinion, if somebody has a company and you would like to be more focused and stuff like that, for sure do NeuroTracker training. Everybody should do it. Every brain training that works, the real ones, because there's a lot of ones that are not scientifically proved, but the real ones, everybody should do it for sure. The reason why I train so much with brain training is really because of my accident in 2017, my big brain trauma. And really, that's why I did some NeuroTracker too, because I did some tests in beginning of March. It was my first test since after my recovery, and I had a lot of problems. I had a lot of things in my head that was not right. So that's why 2018 and 19 were so tough for me. The first recovery I had after 2017, it took me 8 months in total. And to be honest, it was really fast. 8 months is not a lot because five doctors told me, all of them told me, never again you'll be able to live normally. So I really, I really thought I could do it. And with all these treatments, all these training methods, it was like it surprised me that after 8 months I was already in riding shape. I was doing NeuroTracker right before my neurofeedback, and it really put me in the game. And I started realizing that sometimes the way we feel, like sometimes we don't even feel it, but when you do your training, the number shows. Like you're not feeling okay, you're not feeling right. Maybe you're stressed, maybe you're tired, maybe there's so much thing that can affect a score or a mo- present moment, like way how you will feel and how you will respond to these trainings. So it really it really helped me with that because I really tried to look inside of me, really trying to say, okay, today maybe I'm feeling a little bit like that. Okay, let's try to improve that. So with all these training that was helping me to see what's wrong and what's right, NeuroTracker really for the focus, it was, I don't even know how to explain it because the first time I got on a bull, I was so nervous, not nervous to get hurt, but nervous like, can I still know how to do it? So I was kind of real nervous, but my focus was really unreal, was really good, even though I was not really in the moment. So the first time I got on a bull, I rode him about 6 seconds. And then I got bucked off because I kind of opened my hand because your muscle memory is not there as it was. Like, so the second time I got on a bull, I got on and like at the first turn, I anticipated and then I got in the hole. So I sent it to my coach and I was like, wow, that was not good at all. He was like, yeah, that was good. You were trying to be 90 points and he was bold that we're going to give you 60 points. I was like, oh, yeah, you're right, maybe. So the third bowl, I was really like, okay, I need to do it. I know I still can do it. So I nod my head, I rode the bull, got off on my feet, I was really surprised. Be, like I was surprised not because I know I can or can't do it, but really because it took 3 bowls. I thought it was gonna take like 15 or 20 bowls before getting back up, my confidence and stuff like that. I wasn't even thinking about my confidence. It was like all training I've put in was just doing it for me. I was just in the moment. Everything was flowing. Everything was right because I trained myself to be in a moment, not with everything I did in the past since I'm young with the desire, determination, stuff like that, with something else, with something with brain training. That was great. It was a great feeling. Before it was more like a recovery thing, I think to get back to myself because that was all about like 2018 and 19. I was trying to get back to myself, trying to get back to myself. But with the test I did on the neurofeedback, I realized I needed more treatments. I was not me. That's why it was so hard to do stuff that was not supposed to be hard. So that's why it's been 3 months now that I trained with that, and I'm finally starting doing performance even in neurofeedback. So it really, it's the first time. It was always for recovery. So now I'm feeling very grateful and blessed because I've only been doing to do that for performance. So